Have you ever noticed that the more you want something, the harder it is to get it? And the more you have, the more you want? This is the paradox of desire. The paradox of desire is a subject that has been debated for ages and has sparked much intellectual debate. It is the belief that the more we strive for something, the further we may go from it. It is a notion that has been investigated by a variety of faiths, philosophies, and psychological theories. The paradox of desire proposes that our desire for something might actually work against us in achieving it. It is a notion that may be applied to many areas of life, including relationships and financial success. The paradox of desire is a philosophical paradox that has puzzled thinkers for centuries. It states that a person can never be truly satisfied with their desires. In fact, the more a person tries to satisfy their desires, the less satisfied they become. The paradox is based on the concept of hedonism, in which a person seeks pleasure or satisfaction through physical or material possessions. According to Epicurus, this pursuit of pleasure or satisfaction through possessions only leads to further dissatisfaction because of the transient nature of these possessions. For example, a person may purchase a new car, which may bring them pleasure and satisfaction at the moment. However, over time, they may begin to find the car less and less satisfying and may be tempting to purchase a newer, more advanced model. This cycle of desiring and acquiring possessions only leads to further dissatisfaction and perpetual unhappiness. The paradox of desire is closely related to the concept of hedonic adaptation, which is the idea that humans will quickly adjust to any new circumstance and return to their original level of happiness. This means that a person may find momentary satisfaction in acquiring a new car or material possession, but this feeling will soon be replaced by the same level of satisfaction as before the purchase. The paradox of desire can be applied to many aspects of life, including relationships, careers, and goals. When a person focuses on short-term goals and desires, they may find that they are never truly satisfied. Instead, they should focus on long-term goals that will bring them lasting satisfaction and happiness. The dangers of excessive desire. Excessive desire can be dangerous. It can be like a drug, making us crave more and more until we are consumed by it. It can lead us to an unhealthy attachment to material possessions, social status, and other external factors. It can also lead to comparison and envy, which can erode our self-esteem and make us feel inadequate. When we become attached to something, we become obsessed with it. We constantly think about it, and we become afraid of losing it. We may start to put too much importance on the object of our desire, and that can be damaging to our mental and emotional health. This can lead to anxiety and stress as we are afraid of not being able to obtain the object of our desire. Excessive desire can also lead to comparison. When we compare ourselves to others, we are always going to come up short. We may feel inadequate or not good enough when we compare ourselves to those who we perceive to be better than us. We may become jealous or envious of the people who have more than us, and this can lead to a lot of self-doubt and insecurity. Dissatisfaction can result from excessive desire. It will never be enough, no matter how much we have. We will constantly desire more, which can lead to a never-ending cycle of seeking after things that can never truly satisfy us. We may believe that having more money, belongings, or success will make us happy, but this is not the case. True pleasure comes from within and cannot be purchased with money or obtained via goods. Excessive desire can have a lot of negative consequences. It can lead to unhealthy attachments, comparison to others, and dissatisfaction. We may think that having more will make us happy, but this is not true. True happiness comes from within, and it is not something that can be bought or gained through excessive desire. We need to be mindful of our desires and learn to be content with what we have. Wanting less can help. Wanting less can be incredibly liberating. But is it really possible to want less? And if so, how do we do it? We might choose to live more simply and focus on what is truly important. We may form meaningful interactions with individuals around us while still focusing on our personal development. We can also become more cognizant of our decisions and behaviors and build an attitude of thankfulness by focusing on moments rather than stuff. When we desire less, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We may be spontaneous and adventurous since we are not bound by worldly things. We may take risks and attempt new things because we are no longer terrified of failing. We can travel without thinking about money because we recognize that experiences are frequently more valuable than goods. When we want less, we can also free up our time to focus on the things that truly matter. We can spend more time with our loved ones or follow our passions. We can spend more time in nature or help out in our communities. We can do more of what we love or focus on our spiritual growth. We can be more present in our lives and be more mindful of our actions. Letting go of our attachments to material possessions and social status can be incredibly freeing. It can give us the courage to make our own decisions and the freedom to live life on our own terms. It can bring us closer to our true selves and help us appreciate these simple things in life. When we want less, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We can discover a whole new way of living. We may learn to want less and appreciate what we currently have by following these suggestions. Can we really just choose to want less, or is there something more to it? Make connections. We are social creatures, and we need connections to thrive. So make sure to reach out to those around you and build meaningful relationships. Focus on experiences. Instead of focusing on accumulating more and more material possessions, try to shift your focus to experiences. Experiences can be more meaningful and lasting than material possessions. Spend time with yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company and to take pleasure in life's simple moments. Spend some time alone each day to relax, reflect, and practice mindfulness. The paradox of desire in religions and philosophies. The paradox of desire has been explored in various religions and philosophical traditions throughout history. But is it really a paradox? Or is it simply a reflection of our own flawed nature? In Buddhism, the concept is known as the middle way. This is the idea that one should not be extreme in their desires, but should find balance and moderation. This is seen in the Eightfold Path, which suggests that one should avoid extremes of both indulgence and asceticism. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates also explored the paradox of desire in his teachings. He believed that the pursuit of pleasure and material possessions could lead to unhappiness and discontentment. He argued that true happiness was found in moderation and balance, not in extremes of desire. The paradox of desire is also seen in Christianity. Jesus taught the pursuit of material possessions could only be a source of unhappiness, and that true happiness could be found in a life of simplicity and moderation. The paradox of desire in psychology. The paradox of desire has been explored in various psychological theories as well. Carl Jung believed that the desire for extreme validation and recognition could be a source of unhappiness. He believed that true happiness could be found in self-acceptance and self-awareness. The concept of learned helplessness suggests that when a person focuses too much on what they cannot change, they become overwhelmed and helpless. This can lead to a feeling of hopelessness and despair. The paradox of desire is also seen in the concept of flow. This is the idea that when a person is so engrossed in an activity that they lose track of time, they can experience great satisfaction and joy. This can be seen in activities such as painting, writing, and playing an instrument. The paradox of desire is a powerful one. It can be a source of both suffering and happiness, but ultimately, we believe that the benefits of wanting less outweigh the risks. When we learn to want less, we are free to live our lives on our own terms. We are free to pursue our passions, connect with others, and simply be ourselves. We are also more likely to be content with what we have and to appreciate these simple things in life. So, if you're looking for a way to find more happiness and fulfillment in your life, I encourage you to start wanting less. It may seem counterintuitive, but it is actually a very powerful way to live. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.